Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher. And today we're going to take a look at the Tangle Windfarm from CZT Margaret Bremner. Now, this is a variation on the Tangle Hollabow. And it's a neat twist on it. Margaret puts a lot of neat twists on things. I love that about what she does. All right, so I'm just going to use the whole space. And I did not put this in my version of the step out. Thought about it way afterwards. So if, as you're watching this, this might be an extra point to help. Because if you're like me, it's like, I just don't know where to start. I have this little open space and I don't know. So you could just put a dot somewhere and say, all right, gonna start there, and then work to not think about it. So what we're gonna do is from the dot. So well, let me back up. Hollabow, we draw, two straight lines like a board, or there's so many variations, right? This one is really different in that we're gonna basically draw Y's, or if you think of a wind farm, because that's the inspiration. All right, so from that dot, I'm just picking an area, and I'm heading to the edge of my paper. You can see why this is like this. All right, then, and again, like I said, they're going to kind of look like Y's. And my biggest challenge is, it's like I don't want it to look like a straight line. I want it to not look like a straight line. Okay, so that's at least close. Then we aura these. And if you take a look at the For More Inspiration link, you will see in Margaret's sample. So I'm just going to do this. I'm going to aura once on either side. But you can, if you want to do more than that, you are more than welcome to. And of course, you can have fun with the width of your auraed section. Lots of fun. All right. So we have one. Now we're going to do another one. So similar, excuse me. I'm just going to pick here and then decide where I'm going. Well, let's just go all the way up here. All right. Now, this is where it's like Hollabow, because we're not going to go over this or this. We don't collide. We're going to go under. So when you get to that line, pick up your pen, travel it over as if you're drawing, and continue on the other side. Okay, and then this, I'll just have that go straight. There we go. And then, same thing. Aura. So this could get tricky, I suppose, depending on how how much you put in. But just like regular Hollabow, you're kind of filling up the space, but you do it to to whatever degree that you wish. And what's neat, it's funny, it still ends up sort of looking like a straight line. Oh, funny. Okay. Anyway, what ends up happening is you end up with this nice reticula that you can either fill in. I'm going to do one more. I'm going to start it. Let's start it up closer here. I'm going to put that one in first because I know I want it there. And this gets a little tricky. Make sure, to put a little line in. Even if it was, well, you'll see, because I'm going to, put one here. But even if it's just a little teeny bit, it makes the Hollabow look convincing when we, fill in all the little gaps that we have. Oh, if I make it maybe more this way. Let's do that. Okay. Well, let's see. There we go. And so being that today is Thursday, that means it's Tangle Time Day. So we had fun with this. Okay, that one is, there's not going to be room for that there. Should probably start on this side. Let's do that. Yeah, we had a lot of fun with this. And also, well, it'll be tomorrow's daily tangle, a new tangle that called Dot Ball. So we'll share that tomorrow. But lots of neat things we had. If you are interested in seeing the replays, you'll want to make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel. And then also my blog, and you can get there from the description section and click on, I have a link to my website right there. Or, oh, actually, I don't know if the link to the step out, I don't think actually, it takes you sort of to my webpage, but I don't think you can see anything. So, I'm debating if we need to do one more, because I have this open space. But you know, I'm just going to leave it as it is. Just because. All right. I think. I'm just looking. Now, there's no reason why you couldn't... I was thinking you could mix it up with regular hollabout if you wanted to. And you know, like I said, just having fun with, you know, all of these spaces. You could turn it into a reticula and add in tangles however you want. Or fill it in. What I'm going to do, though, I'm going to shade it like I do my normal hollabout. And that is on the outside of all of the straight lines. You could just do, like here, you could just do right there where it goes under if you want. I like to do it, the full length of that straight line. It takes care of that over and under part, and then also kind of fills in as well. Let me just do this first one. Oops, I didn't get the inside. And I'll show you some of the things that I did playing with this earlier. Okay. It still has that really amazing effect of making this part look brighter than the rest, even though nothing was done. It's just such a neat thing. All right. I'm getting the graininess, or there's a pattern in the paper itself that's kind of coming out here. Okay, and so I'm going to do the others. Same idea. I always like to do whatever the first one was. I like to do that one first and just look at it because it's neat. And then shading tip. Put the tip of your pencil where you want it the darkest, or I like to think of it on the line that I don't want to go over. Because if you do it, you know, here, well, number one, you can't, it's hard to see that line. It just makes it a lot easier just to turn it this way. As I just broke my own rule. Well, it's not a rule. It's just a suggestion. Oh, there. I was like, I know I missed something. There it is. All right. And what I like about this is, and even if you did something in the background, I like that it fills in the background a bit with, you know, a neat texture with that shading like that. And then, like I said, you don't have to worry about the overs and unders because this automatically emphasizes those. And, oops, I see another line that I missed. Somebody, I'm sure, was yelling at me. Hey, hey, get that one there. just interesting. It really is. And then, of course, if I made them wider, I could decorate inside of them. All the things that we can do with regular hollowbow, you can have fun with this. But it's a neat concept, making it a Y instead of a straight line. And like I said, really, really neat. All right, so had fun with it. I'm going to share them in reverse order. So I was working on a gray tile, and I wanted to have fun with the shading on the inside and kind of make it look like it's creased and bent. And it kind of worked. In hindsight, there's one thing that I should have maybe done differently, but it doesn't matter. It still ends up looking neat. So in this one, I decided, because I had so much space, because it's kind of like you have here, it's like, well, maybe you get to a point where you don't want to put one that stretches all the way across. Well, that's what I decided to do here. And so I'm like, well, you know what? Look at, I could just make a little one, inside the big section. And I'm debating on whether I could have done more than one, of course. But it's just a neat additional way that you can have fun with it, and sticking with just that same tangle. Then, excuse me, the earlier session, woo, that looks so bright on here. It looks brighter on the camera than in real life, although it is quite vibrant. Had fun with a black tile, the white jelly roll, and the moonlight jelly rolls. I used the neon colors. These are the ones that work on black. And then had fun with the Conti Paris pastel pencils, and highlight the same way I did on this same idea. Just decided to use color, and it turned out rather neat, if I do say so myself. So lots of fun, really, really interesting. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please click like, and if you liked it enough to see more, then please subscribe to the channel. I mentioned the description section, and that is where you will find links to the step outs. I always do my own version, and then link to the creator of the Tangle. And below that, we'll link to my website, Facebook page, so if you happen to be on Facebook, and if you want to continue the conversation, we have a private Facebook group for Tangle Addicts. That's our community, and we have a lot of fun. Just following my page on Facebook, you'll see when I post classes and things like that. I keep a pretty regular schedule, Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I do 2 sessions each day. It's the same content. It's just we end up like this. I did it this way the first session, and I wanted to try something different, so I did. And that's what we have, a lot of people that come to both and have just extra fun. But Thursdays are free. I do have one Tuesday class that's free. The others are paid. And then also I have if you end up liking it a whole lot, make sure to check out the Tangle Addicts Membership Club. It's essentially an all access. And at the time of this recording, just to let you know, the price is going to go up August 1st because I added a class, and I really need to make sure that I'm covering myself for that. So I pay a class that has a fee. So it's neat, and I you can see the types of classes that I do. Let me just throw in a little extra thought. So we have an exclusive class for club members. It's called, actually it's a game. It's not even a class. It's called Razzmatanga, and I'm calling it the quintessential exercise in Zentangle practice. It's a lot of fun. We roll the dice. I pick things from my daily tangles, and we just go with it. It's a lot of fun. And then on the second Tuesday, I've been working to have it be more of a technique type of thing. I think what I'm going to have coming up is working on tan tiles, the chiaroscuro techniques. And then the third Tuesday is a free one. That's Tough Tangle Tuesday. And then the last Tuesday is something that's maybe more project based. This last time, and I shared it because we did trellis the other day, but we did my secret garden, or secret garden was what it was called, and we had fun with that. So it's more of a project type based thing. So just to let you know, that's the the bigger structure. Thursdays are always free. It's like this: I pick a tangle or two, and we have fun with it, and that's it. So, all right. So with that, that's probably way more information than you care to hear. But then, if you're still listening, thank you, because you could have just hit stop. So, all right. So with that, thanks so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I wish you happy tangling.